Hello guys, welcome to Stevie Mo channel. Please like and subscribe, share. Here in my channel, we bring art to life. It's all about art and games. So today we are going to be looking at this fantastic work I just did. The artwork is mixed media, the leaf sculptor that combines a three-dimensional human figure with an abstract painted background. It has a strong sense of movement, struggle, ambition, and triumph. The central figure. The most important element is the three-dimensional figures in the center. The person is showing in a dramatic upward reaching pose with the head titled upward and one arm extended towards the top of the composition. The pose immediately creates a feeling of aspiration, reaching from something higher, determination, refusing to remain in a passive position, victory or achievement. The raised arm can suggest overcoming an obstacle, hope. The upward direction draws the viewer's attention towards something beyond figure. The sculptural treatment of the body makes the figure appear to come forward from the flat surface, giving the artwork considerable depth. The upward reaching hand, the raised hand, is particularly significant visually. It creates the strongest vertical line in art. Your eyes naturally follows the arms upward, which makes the viewer feel that the figure is reaching toward the sky or toward a goal. It could be interpreted as a gesture of achievement, prayer, determination, or reaching for opportunity. Because there is visible title or artist explanation, I will claim that it presents one specific thing with a certainty. The face and direction of the head. The figure face is turned upward rather than towards the viewer. This is important because it makes the artwork less about person's identity and more about the journey or objective. The upward gaze can symbolize I am looking beyond where I am. It gives the sculptor an inspiration quality, suggests someone who is focused on a determination rather than the difficulties immediately around them. The clothing and the warrior-like appearance. The figure appears to wear a combination of trousers or a traditional-looking clothing and accessory around the head and the body. The sculptural details give the character a somewhat warrior, hunter, or a heroic appearance. The metallic blues, silver, and dark tones also contribute to the impression, rather than looking like ordinary everyday portrait. The figure has been deliberately presented as a symbol or heroic character. The strange from beneath the figure. At the bottom, the figure appears to stand on a large irregular sculptural form resembling rock, waves, or a rough landscape. This is one of the most interesting parts of the composition. It can be read metaphorical as representing the difficult foundation on which life is built. This figure is standing above something rough and chaotic, suggesting that progress often comes through difficult circumstances. if the form is indeed to represent wave or motor. Another possible interpretation is that the person is reasoning about turbulent circumstances. The black background is predominantly dark, almost black, which creates a dramatic contrast with the higher figure. The darkness makes the central character immediately stand out. It can also create an emotional atmosphere of uncertainty, struggle, misery, difficult circumstance, the unknowing. Importantly, darkness in an artwork doesn't necessarily mean evil. It can simply represent the challenges or uncertainty surrounding the central subject. The red and white lines. The red and white lines are among the most distinctive feature of the artwork. They appear to have been painted or applied freely across the background, creating an abstract expressionist quality. The lines don't seem to follow a realistic landscape or recognizable object. Instead, they create energy and movement. The red lines can visually suggest passion, strength, danger, struggle, energy, or determination. The white lines create contrast and can suggest light, direction, freedom, thought, or movement. Together, they make the background feel almost as though energy is moving around the figure. The blue, brown, and silver and gold colors. The artist uses several contrasting colors, gold to bronze. The warm metallic color of the body gives the figure importance and make it resemble a heretic statue. Silver to gray. This color creates a colder, harder appearance in clothing and lower portion of the sculpture. Blue. The blue area in the background introduces another layer of depth and can evoke sky, water, distance, or calmness. Brown. This connects the arts to earth, nature, age, and physical struggle. The combination of metallic and painted color gives the work a distinctive contemporary African-inspired decorative art appearance. Although the exact color origin cannot be established from the photograph alone, the sense of movement. One of the strongest qualities of the art is that almost nothing feels completely still. The figure is leaning and reaching. The arm points upward. The abstract line curves and crosses the background. The lower form appears irregular and dynamic. This creates a visual story of motion and transformation rather than struggle. The frame. This elaborate golden frame is also important. The frame has an ornamental, almost classical appearance, while the art itself is modern and energetic. That creates an interesting contrast. Traditional looking frame plus contemporary mixed media artwork. This frame gives the piece a sense of importance, almost a thought. The central figure is being presented as something precious or monumental. Overall meaning. My interpretation is the art can be understood as a visual representation of human ambition and overcoming adversity. The central character stands in the middle of a chaotic environment but reaching upward. The surrounding red and white line create a sense of obstacle, energy, and uncertainty, while the figure remains focused on moving forward them. The overall message could be therefore be expressed as even when life is surrounded by uncertainty and struggle, the human spirit can continue to reach upward towards a better future. It is worthy noting that this is an interpretation based on a visual element. Without the artist's name, title, or statement, we cannot know design intention symbolism. What type of art is this? A good description will be a contemporary mixed media of a sculptor with expressionist elements. More specifically, it combines 3D 3D sculpture, metallic finishes, painting, and abstract line work. If you are planning to have art, you should have something like this in your home. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and in this my page here we bring art to life. We make it make sense. We make it make real. Thank you.